Hello everyone, today we're looking at a quick review of Thief for your Xbox 360, brought to you by RealGameplay.com, and of course always like and subscribe to the channel, and feel free to leave comments below. You play as Garrett, a master thief for hire in the city during the medieval times, where you start out as a burglar who meets up with Erin, a young woman and former apprentice of Garrett who works on her own, and was sent to help Garrett to steal the ceremonial stone, and stumbles onto a secret ceremony. While peeking in on the ceremony, Erin and Garrett falls through the roof, and Garrett wakes up 1 year later with no idea what happened to him or Erin. So Garrett meets up with a few old friends to piece together what happened to him and Erin on that fateful day. This game is based mainly on stealth. It is best to stay in the shadows and remain undetected at all times, using your swoop ability to slip by unsuspecting guards and civilians while remaining undetected. Patience is a virtue in this game because you will spend a great amount of time studying guard movements and habits and behaviors, and using an array of items and arrows to distract and to put out flames and sneak past guards, while listening to their conversation, which gives you hints to where the key personnel are located and other game hints. While in close quarters or inside buildings, you will slowly creep around in the shadows and turn out light switches and blow out candles to achieve perfect darkness while you steal items in the environment, pick locks, crack safes for goodies that are instantly turned into currency to buy items and upgrades. You also have to knock out people to hide their bodies to keep from alerting guards of your presence. While in the streets, you will utilize the rooftops to avoid patrolling guards and civilians who will alert the guards of your presence in a semi-open world map, where you only have access to parts of the map at a time. To access other parts of the map, you will have to go through windows and wait for an annoying loading screen to load to the next part of the map. So a trip across the city that normally would take 3 to 5 minutes will now take 10 minutes. When in combat, I found myself dashing around and away from guards while dodging their sword attack and attempting to hit them with my handy club. Once the enemy is down, you have to hold the attack button to perform a final takedown of the guard. When fighting more than one guard, the combat system is poor at best, and you will find yourself dying very easily due to the fact that you have to do a final takedown on the guard while other guards are still attacking you. Even with the upgrade to the combat system through the story, it is still poor. Once upgraded, you will use your focus while in combat to find a weak point on the guard, and you will have to hold the attack button to perform a takedown. Due to a bad combat system, it is best at all costs to avoid combat with the guards or just simply pull out your bow and arrow and shoot approaching guards. To purchase items or upgrades, you have to find a merchant that will sell you needed items. They will be marked on the map. Once in the store, you will be able to buy different types of arrows like water arrows, broadhead arrows, and fire arrows. You will also be able to buy tools like razors, wire cutters, and screwdrivers. Also available in the store are upgrades for your bow, better combat system, food, and poppy to restore focus. We're going to take a look at the weapon system. First, looking at the weapon wheel, starting at the top and working our way clockwise. Fire arrows are mainly good to ignite explosive barrels or spills. Broadhead arrows ideal for headshots on guards that have not been alerted to your presence. Blunt arrows ideal for interacting with the environment because they are low cost. Shoot them in light switches, pulleys, ladders, etc. Rope arrows allow you to reach higher, lower places by climbing up the rope and are used to jump large gaps, many areas of the city and parts of the environment that can't be accessed without them. Flash bombs create a bright flash that disorients nearby people for quick escape. Throwables. When thrown, these can distract the guards and cause them to leave their area to investigate the sound. Choke arrows. These work both on guards and animals. Water arrows doushes torches, blazers, and other explosive flames in an environment that cannot simply be sniffed out with the wave of your hand. Blast arrows, using these to kill enemies, break target objectives, and initiate flammable surfaces. Pros and cons. First, we're going to start with the pros. It was a great stealth game in concept. It was fun to sneak around and to steal from unsuspecting guards and civilians. This game did have great graphics and frame rates. It did look great, and it froze up very rarely during the game. It did have a fun weapon system. It was fun to play around with the different type of arrows and confuse guards. The focus mode was a great part of the game because some parts of the game it is confusing and very frustrating. The cons to this game. There was a poor combat system on this game. It was not fun at all when you entered combat. It was bad voice acting. There were some parts where the actors spoke, but there was no actual lip movement from the characters. The controls were very clunky, missing spots at times, accidentally stepping off the roof and dying. The game was frustrating and boring at times. I found this game very hard to finish to do this review, but I did go ahead and finish to give an honest review of the game. And this game honestly does not have any replayability. Most likely after you play the game once, you will not be playing this one again.